Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the smartest, strongest, bravest, most perfect one of all? Galadriel of Amazon is the most genius of them all.
No.
In the history of film and television, there has never been a character quite like Galadriel. Forget Bella from Twilight, Rey from Star Wars, or Captain Marvel from Captain Marvel. Galadriel is the second coming, the third coming, and all the other comings coming together at once. She makes Mary Sue sound like Mary Who.
Fool this man!
A young boy sinks the magisterial ship, but for Galadriel, it is just the beginning. For all men, young and old alike, will look on her with envious eyes. All grown up, thousands of years later, atop a mountaintop, a man tries to mansplain. There's nothing out here! Of course, Galadriel knows better and ignores the chauvinist elf. We are there. She decides to show him and leads him and his fellow male melves, straight to their deaths. They may have the power to shield surf and slay Oliphants, but one wampa proves far too much. Only a woman with a spring in her step and the swordplay of Banderos can take down the single snow troll.
Shit's weak!
Women.
As a genius herself, Galadriel appreciates the genius in fine art and fine wit. Elrond says, I want to hear about you, your harrowing journey. Why, Elrond, you really have become a politician. I'm not some courtier to be placated by idle flattery. Small talk is far too small for her lady. Talk big or go home, or go start a fellowship. She has not got time for that.
Peter, why you... what he's doing? Why you bully me? You fucking bitch. You bully me, everyone asks. Liquid asking you why you bullying me, you fucking noob.
The ship is now a real ship, and its rudder, its steer, its captain, and its anchor is the queen of mean feminist sheen. Who now leads white melves into the light. They all get undressed, but it is not what it looks like, for this sword is the only thing that stands to attention. The weak melves are blinded by the light, yet Galadriel can see right through it, and immediately walks the plank. For mere mortals, leaping into an endless ocean means certain death. For Galadriel, it means a relaxing dip in the local swimming pool, as no ocean or wave is a match for a current as strong as she. Where Michael Phelps would have drawn his last breath, she is only getting warmed up. In Olympic swimming, she would be in neither the male or the female category.
Okay.
She would be in the lane reserved for gods. Instead of setting sail for land, she takes pity on this stranded group of extras on top of a hedgehog. All the sexist males do not want to pull her aboard, but this strong, independent woman, recognizing a strong, independent Galadriel, takes charge. Only returns to the broken boat later. If there is a place to lead, she becomes the leader.
You shut the fuck up!
also,
You shut the fuck
let it
up!
get you a little bit.
You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! I hope you die in a fire!
And Halbrand quickly learns his place. When he mentions orcs chased him from his homeland, it all comes together like Sherlock in his mind palace. Sauron. I have pursued this foe since before the first sunrise blooded the sky. Even with the scantest of clues, or no clues at all, Galadriel Holmes is afoot. In a rare moment of weakness, Galadriel offers her hand to save Halbrand from a raging storm, but lightning strikes her down to the murky depths, like Jack in Titanic. No good deed goes unpunished. Halbrand returns the favour and dives to rescue her. It is a moment Galadriel will never forget and never repeat. For a man saving a damsel in distress is not befitting of a 21st century saga.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Forever linked to boats, paper or otherwise, Galadriel wakes up on one, worse for wear. Clearly she forgot to pack her hairbrush or a change of clothes. She arrives in Numenor and Halbrand says, "Since when did men build kingdoms like this?"
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
On the 28th of December 1895, the Lumiere brothers projected the first true motion picture. Since that time, there have been reels of legendary characters gracing the silver screen. Kings, queens, gladiators, masterminds, superheroes, all with their own strengths, weaknesses, and trials to overcome. In the history of film and television, there has never been a character quite like Galadriel. She is the smartest, strongest, bravest, most perfect character to ever exist in any medium. She has no flaw, no fault, and no journey. Her character arc is a straight line to the top. She is born perfect, lives perfect, and dies perfect. If all the directors and writers in the history of motion pictures were to sum up Galadriel, they would only need one letter, and possibly a bit of punctuation. A+. The perfect character, the perfect woman, and the perfect example for all of us to follow. Galadriel of Amazon, the most genius of them all.
Not dark, but beautiful and terrible as the dawn. Treacherous as the sea. Stronger than the foundations of the earth. All shall love me understand.
In 1928, Steamboat Willie changed the world of animation forever. Modern audiences may look at this humble mouse now and think, why is he so happy? What is his carbon footprint? Are all the characters male? Is that a safe space? Audiences of yesteryear were sleeping in ignorant bliss. Unenlightened by modernity, such cartoons have no place in a modern household. Instead, new animations must take their place. Animations that not only entertain and inspire, but make the world a safe space for everyone. A space where dinosaurs, robots, and people come in all shapes, sizes, and colours. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Velma, the show to finally tip the seesaw to the side of social justice and equality.
Buzz from cringe.
Take a look at the original Velma from 1969. Now take a look at the new Velma. Daphne retains her radiant orange hair and knockout looks, but now she is East Asian American, shaggy, in the original, almost as white as Casper. Now, that's more like it. Fred?
Wait, your secret is you're hairless?
Not hairless, Velma. I haven't finished going through puberty yet.
The last remaining white straight male in the Scoobyverse, but fear not, for he is fully aware of his white privilege, the pitfalls of toxic masculinity, and is the butt of everyone's jokes, the appropriate role for a white male in a more equal and tolerant Scoobyverse.
Oh man, I bet you it's because I'm white.
Dave, toxic white male mayor. Sheriff Cogburn, toxic white male sheriff. The formula is simple but genius. If a character is white and straight, portray them as stupid, evil, or both.
Y'all act like you never seen a white person before.
If Walt Disney was alive today, he would smash open the cryo chamber and exclaim, "Sink the ship! This is how animation was meant to be."
Ah, shit! Had to go again.
The relationships in the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, were fine for the less awake audiences of the 1960s and 70s. Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, best friends forever. Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo, uncle and mischievous nephew. Daphne and Fred, Romeo and Juliet. Animation never explored modern relationships. Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Daisy Duck. Why didn't Bugs Bunny have a boyfriend? Why didn't Minnie Mouse ever question her gender? Why didn't Donald Duck undergo a sex change?
Zip the shit up.
Velma corrects the mistakes of the animated past and sets a new precedent for the future of all animation.
How about new?
Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Who, the cartoon canine is nowhere to be found. This is Velma's show, and she will not be overshadowed by a pesky dog.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Daphne and Fred, dead. Arise, Daphne and Velma, a modern love story. For a modern audience. Or is it Shaggy and Velma? No matter, Velma is free to love who she wants, when she wants. A modern woman is no longer confined to heteronormative norms. She can be free, Daphne's parents can be free, everybody can be free.
You're swinging like a limp-wristed beta male feminist.
What you're saying is extremely misogynist.
Scooby-Doo, the value of friendship and teamwork. Such themes are far too straightforward for audiences of 2023. Velma enlightens viewers with some of the most profound themes ever put to screen. After watching an episode of Velma, audiences want to cry, not out of sadness, but out of deep realization that the world is not fair and only cartoons like Velma can bring about true change.
Honey, don't you think the little rocks would hurt your nose if you tried to snort crack?
Some critics of Velma have accused the show of false advertising. A comedy has to make people laugh, rather than merely reflect on their unconscious biases.
What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
Future generations will look at life before Velma and life after Velma and see that it was never the same again. White privilege, toxic masculinity, sexism, racism, discrimination, prejudice, conscious bias, unconscious bias, microaggressions, macroaggressions. Steamboat Willie, take a seat, take a bow. Your time is done. Your time is over. Your time is up. A new era of animation is here, and it's here to change the world forever. Arise, Queen Velma.
And that is so unusual for that crispness of expression.
I have only one thing to say. Go fuck yourself.